Sirius XM is where moments happen, and you'll find them here 24/7. Music, talk, sports, comedy, and news. Live and on demand. And they're on in your car, online, or on the app so you won't miss a thing. Visit SiriusXM.ca/never miss a beat. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of CMA Connected. I'm your host, Ben Wu. This has been a pretty interesting journey with this new platform that we've introduced called Connected, of course. And why I find it so interesting is because here we get a chance to showcase Canadian content. For me, that's a super important thing. And although I have a great time with the CMA Live platform, we get to talk about big subjects and have all the big players involved. I do like to kick it, local with this simplified version of our podcast, and it feels good doing it. So, hope you guys had a chance to check out our last one. We had Grant McFadden on for iConnects. This one, we're going to shift gears and go a different direction. Pretty exciting stuff. We're going to be starting a whole series showcasing Canadian retail shops. So when it came to this, we said, who are we going to get first on the show? And, when Frank and I talked about this, obviously the list is really long. And hopefully, guys, I promise, I give you my word, we will do our very best to get to all of you, because that's all we want to do. We want to make sure everybody gets a chance, to be featured here on CMA Connected. But for the very first one today, you guys are in for a treat, and a treat indeed. We're going to go all the way to Edmonton and showcase for you guys Certified Radio. Now, many of you already know the name, but I've learned so much getting to know these guys. Certified Radio, one of the oldest, if not the oldest, car radio shop in Canada since 1948. And of recent, they've spent the time and the money, the investment to really revamp the store. And what I think they've managed to produce right now is something they should be extremely proud of. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. The guys at Certified Radio took the time outside of business hours, so everybody was safe, to give us a full walkthrough of their new store. And I'll tell you what, why don't we just cut to it towards the end of the show? I've also got the owner, Alvin Dixon, who'll be joining us for a couple minutes to get his insight and his comments. But without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and show you guys Certified Radio out of Edmonton. All right, we got a real special treat. So reached out to the guys at Certified Radio in Edmonton, and they took the time to put together a little walkthrough for us so we could explore and discover their newly renovated store. So we're going to go right now to Daryl Dahl over at Certified and see if they can take us through this new store of theirs. So let's get him on. Hey, Daryl, what's going on?
Hey, how are you doing today? Early morning? Glad to see you.
I see that. I understand you might have a little treat for us. We might be able to do a little walkthrough of your store.
Yeah, sure. I'd like to welcome everybody to Certified Radio Westside here in Edmonton, Alberta. And let's go take a look inside the store. We'll show you around.
All right, let's go.
All right, welcome to Certified Radio Westside here in Edmonton. This part here is our setup. Basically, when customers come in, we're all COVID compliant with all the rules from Alberta Health Services. We have face masks, hand sanitizer. The area is all cordoned off with lines on the floor for social distancing to basically line up all the customers out here so they know to wait in line before they come to the front counter area. We got some pretty cool displays. Marine Explorer jet boat right here at the front door, greeting people with Santa. And I'll walk you through it.
I gotta say, Daryl, I've rarely seen a showroom floor big enough to have a boat. That's pretty impressive out of the gate.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty unique to have a boat in your showroom, but it's a nice way to, showcase marine audio when you're off season, basically.
Yeah,
so yeah, here, this is the spot people come in. They stop. They can do hand sanitizer before they talk to the customer service reps at the front counter. And then from here, we'll take customer by customer and check their cars in, or else we'll actually walk them through the showroom if they want to look at different products. So this part of the showroom, this highlights our truck accessories. We have an actual GMC truck wall here that's interactive where customers can press the buttons and actually turn the different lights on and check out the displays. Over here, car starters, radar systems, marine audio, and then system packages on this side.
If you don't mind, Daryl, you said that the customers can actually play with the lights. I'm curious about that. Would you mind showing that to us?
Yep. So on here on the car starter board, if you press the buttons on the car starter board for locking and locking the doors, the actual lights flash on the truck. If you press start, the actual headlights come on, so we can actually mimic starting the vehicle. And then there's a heist controller here that we have that we can actually turn on the different lights. And basically here, I'll turn on a couple different ones. So yeah, once we have it all on, it gets pretty bright in here.
I mean, talking about having a right setup to sell lighting products. I mean, when you make it interactive like that, it makes it super easy for the consumer, you know, to understand what they're getting into.
Yeah, it works really good. If we're showing people car starters and they look over and say, well, you know, that LED bar, can I add that to my truck while it's here? And we're like, yeah, sure, no problem. We'll see if we have the correct size and we'll get it set up. But it's nice to be able to select through the different items and show them. And then these are the other bit of emergency lighting that we do for emergency vehicles and city vehicles and things like that. And then customers can actually turn on the switches and try the different buttons and everything on the lighting on this display too.
Now, how big is this segment of the market? Has it been growing for you guys?
Yeah, like LED lighting has been going bigger and bigger as people fix their vehicles up more and more. You know, we've even been putting LED lighting on marine products, power sports products. So not only emergency vehicles, but now everyday vehicles.
I mean, the first thing I'm going to say is it's pretty obvious when you walk in how everything is categorized visually. Like, you know where to go in the store from the moment you walk in, and if you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, this is our wire selection wall, so we can pick different interconnects for the customer, and then sound deadener, so we can set the customer up here. And then all our displays are all newly revamped with new graphics, and all the boards interlinked together, and basically show all the different product categories. So here's Power Base, Pioneer, audio control, then into our vehicle entertainment, exterior LED bulbs, acoustical performance. We actually have a sound deadener display here showing the different levels of sound deadener, whether if you want to have no deadener, one piece of deadener, full deadener, and then sound shield and acoustical baffle around the speaker, and we can actually press the button and demo each one.
With Seinfeld, no less.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, and then the LED bulbs, we can show the different bulbs and actually, you know, mobile video here.
I really like the way you guys have set that up from like a good, better, best scenario for each each category. It really gives the customer an idea of where they want to be.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we actually try to show the different levels of products here so they can choose between good, better, and best. You know, we'll always go from the start at the top and go down, show all the different higher end products, and then go down from there. So, but yeah, here's our flagship line, Focal, here for the store. You know, Focal is one of our premier lines that we use and certified, and lots of people love Focal speakers here in Alberta. So, you know, this board gets the basically main corner of the showroom here to be able to show it off. So, yeah, and then this is our Explorer jet boat, which we actually it's outfitted with heist LED lighting. So when you come back to the boat launch, you can light up the boat launch, so you can see what's going on if you get back late at night. And
I like how you guys put that on ram mounts in the front. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're on ram mounts, so it's detachable. So if you want to take it off, so even the ones on the back, they're on ram mounts too, so you can actually undo them and take them off. We got LED lighting inside the boat too, and custom pods that we made out of aluminum and lined them with sound shield to make speaker enclosures for Focal speakers in here. Then we have a subwoofer we did under the seat, and then ram mount to hold the Lowrance electronics. So yeah, base control knob for the subwoofer and the heist LED controller to control the different light cubes and the cargo lights. And over here, subwoofer enclosures. And then more products laid out on our center island here.
So I really get a sense that when a customer walks into the store, I mean, they feel that anything that they might require, whether it's truck or marine, car, you guys pretty much got it covered. What is it like from a customer experience? As far as interacting with the staff or the payment or anything like that? Are we going to go take a look behind the counter here a bit?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so front counter area, the customers will basically wait in our lineup here and go one by one to the counter area where our guys are all wearing masks and they're all behind plexi shields here. And we'll interact with them, see what they need for the vehicle. Their keys go into a plastic bag, and then they get put with a clipboard with the invoice. And basically, I'll go through here. This is our command center here. This is the control tower. So this is where we stage the installs. I'm sitting here on the table to go to the install window. Then here, there's some manager desks and then security up here. So we get the outside and inside for security. That way we can notice when guys need to open and close the doors. We can press the buttons from up front here. We actually have we made a display for some of the, this is some of the face shields we made. Well, one of the face shields we made, and we actually got an award from the city of Edmonton, a mask award for helping during a pandemic. So,
nice.
Yeah, so we got the laser design from the boys in the United States, Jeremy and the guys, and we actually made 550 face shields that we donated to hospitals all over Western Canada. And then we also cut out, with the scraps, we cut out these mask buddies. And we helped out nurses and doctors by donating them to all these different people. So we put a little display in the store to show that, which is kind of cool. And then over here, we have another set of car starter boards, just so we have two different sets of boards in the store. To this time of the year, there's most people coming in looking for car starters. So this way we have two different areas where people can look at car starters without having to make a crowd. And then from here, we can go upstairs to take a look down at the showroom. So this here is our customer waiting area. Right now we have it closed just for Alberta Health Services protocol that we have to follow. But this is looking at the showroom here. Our giant Focal banner we got from our friends at Focal. And then look at the store from here.
I mean, I gotta say that is a well thought out layout. It's spacious, but at the same time very organized. And
Thank you.
Like I said, very visually intuitive, I think is the best way to say it. You can definitely tell from the moment you walk in what area of the store will attract you depending on what you're looking for. So kudos to you guys for that. Now, while we're up here, just to reflect a little bit, what has changed as far as store or showroom layout over the last few years that you find has really worked better to your benefit?
Well, previously we used to have separate demo boards that were all basically on wheels that we could move around, and we kind of got away from that because there's gaps between all the boards. It doesn't look uniform, and these new layout with these new boards all fit together and all the graphics matching like along the top and all the same LED lighting, and it just kind of flows way better and it looks way more modern, like a full 2021 style look to the store from here. And like everything was thought out from how we do the wiring for the boards all the way to you see these cables that are coming down from the ceiling here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we actually put the pull cables like we have in the install bay that can go down and connect to the different items on the floor. So if we want to power the boat up, we don't have to run cables across the floor. They come from the ceiling.
Clean and safe. Very nice.
Yeah, it keeps it safe and nice and clean. So we're going to shoot through here to our training room, which is also the boardroom. This is just the upstairs portion where we have bathroom, showers for the installers. Plus we have a lunchroom. And then around the corner here, this is the boardroom, which is also a training room for us. So we'll come in here and put on all the different screens so we can watch different videos, and we'll have manufacturers and reps come in to talk us through stuff. And then this part of the store, we have a little gem that we keep hidden up here.
I was wondering, what is that in the corner right here? What is that we're looking at?
Oh, well,
Oh my goodness.
An 8-track demo board. It's from like, I think 1970. And we had this in the original certified auto radio back in the day. And oh yeah, it's got full-blown 8 tracks. It still plays and everything. And we just keep it up here so people don't touch it because it's such a unique piece of history. But it's great to show off when we bring people up here.
It's absolutely amazing. One of the coolest things we've ever shown on CMA. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, the old. Yeah, we got quite a mixture of.
What were the brands? I'm curious. What were the brands of these radios back then?
Well, these are Motorola. So this is actually a Motorola demo board.
Interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, it's sure brings you back. But you know, even this one, like that, this one here has, you know, it's got still AM, FM, 8-track, right?
And it's DIN sized. Looks DIN sized anyway.
Some of them, yeah, they're almost. Well, not full DIN, but some of them are close, eh?
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
So yeah, I took a Bluetooth audio streaming mic, like a visor speaker, and I connected it to this unit through the FM. So I streamed Bluetooth audio from FM into the 1978 track, just because no one's ever done it. So I just did that for fun, but and then we'll go down the stairs to the install bay.
All right. I would imagine for a store that size, with the type of categories that you guys cover, the services that you offer, I'm expecting a serious sized install bay. So I'm very curious about this here. Let's see what that's all about.
Okay, so the install bay is basically set up like a dealership. You know, all our exhaust systems in the roof, all the cables for our electrical stuff for the extension cords come from the ceiling. That way there's nothing all over the floor. And our installers each have their own little segregated area with their benches set up. And we'll have an array of vehicles in here every day. Like here's a Can-Am Defender with tracks that we're doing stereo in. And this is a 2020 Porsche Taycan Turbo S, which is radar and laser countermeasures. Then all the bays for the installers there's a vacuum system in the bay, and there's pressure washers so we can clean the floor. And then of course we have Porsche is on a lift, so if we need to run wires under a vehicle, we don't have to climb around on the floor. We can lift the cars up. Makes it a lot neater and tidier kind of thing. And yeah, Alberta's truck country, so trucks for subwoofer enclosures. That's what this Ram is here for. And here's a Toyota showing some of our emergency lighting. Ford truck with radar laser built in. We also do stuff for some of the local TV guys for outfitting their vehicles for the news guys, doing power inverters and RAM mounts for their laptops and that kind of a thing. But yeah, lots of room. We got 16-foot doors, so we can fit big rigs in here, large buses. I think 25 cars is about the max that we have in here.
Oh, and no problem
when we're keeping them overnight.
Big boats as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, big boats too. Yeah, there's actually 2 bays here in behind this door. These 2 bays load from the outside, so if we have any project vehicles, or we'll do some covert stuff for law enforcement that no one needs to see, so we keep it behind closed doors. And then over here is the wood shop. We can close the doors and keep all the dust out of everything. And in here, it's set up so all the fun gear for all the installers to make stuff. So we have mobile solution templates that we have. Makes the installer's life a lot easier, having some great templates to be able to trace out and make some awesome designs. And, you know, we have mold that we use for doing subwoofer enclosures. And we run a saw stop table saw that we built an extra large top to it here. So that way we can cut full sheets of wood without having the wood all hanging off the end of the table. A little bit safer for everybody. And then router tables and the big giant vacuum, which is when it's on, it'll actually lift the barrels off the ground. So it's got some super suction on it.
And I guess this is all contained within this room, so all the sawdust doesn't come out. And I guess.
Yep. Once the vacuum system's on, it'll basically keep everything pretty good in this room. And then when the guys get a mess on the floor, they just sweep it right up into the vacuum system and it's gone.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, and then back out into the show or into the install. So yeah, lots of room in here, and the guys will pressure wash the bays every week and get the floor all clean, and we'll clean off all the dirt and make it look really nice. Yeah, so this is a Ford F-150 with a integrated into the factory system with JL Audio 12 TW3s under the seat here with audio control amplifiers. It's got, see, I can see it's got custom A-pillar. So it's the JL Audio C7 front end setup in here. You can see the A-pillar on that side too.
All custom.
Yeah, all custom done. And it also has dash cam and then full built-in radar. Yeah.
So we're talking, sorry, just to repeat again, how many technicians do you guys employ at the current time?
There's 6 at the moment at this store.
Okay.
And then there's a couple of guys that also go mobile if we do need them to go mobile. So if we have any project vehicles that we got to work on that are off-site, we can arrange that with the dealer or the customer to go off-site for them.
Question for you, Daryl. You know, with COVID, everybody's saying that, you know, business has been good, especially if you're set up to do multiple categories. What have you seen as a trend as far as the fastest growing category? When I mean category, whether it's, you know, car audio or marine or power sports or anything like that, what do you think is something to definitely pay attention to moving forward to 2021?
Yeah, well, the lighting category, whether it be upgrading your headlights or safety lighting, those are some of the biggest categories. Because lighting, you know, it's everything. People drive in the dark to work every day in the morning in the winter here. And if you can't see well, it's nice to have actually some nice lighting in the vehicle. And same with the safety lighting too. We do lots of service vehicles and stuff. And having the different lighting categories is great. It's an easy way to do some extra install and upgrade your customer when they're in for like a car starter or something like that.
Hey, Daryl, I can't tell you how much it means to us that you took the time to show us everything. What an incredible store. What are you most proud of after seeing that, showing us the entire store?
Well, all the work everyone put in as a team, all of our whole certified radio crew, we couldn't have done it without them. So, you know, this store was a making of multi-people talents to get it the way it is. So I'm really proud of everyone that works here.
I'll tell you what, you should be proud. That is a phenomenal looking store. And thank you again for taking the time, and good luck this season.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Merry Christmas.
So there you have it. As you can see, Certified Radio is no joke. I mean, they are hardcore, heavy duty. I can't tell you how impressed the whole staff here at CMA is when we started going over this footage. But you know, without further ado, let's get some comments from the man behind this crazy location here. I'm going to bring on owner Alvin Dixon is going to join me. Let's get him on right now. Well, hello, Mr. Alvin.
Hey, Ben, how are you?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty giddy. I'm pretty giddy because from the footage we just saw, you know.
Ben, I'm sorry, I'm having some problems with your audio here.
Okay.
Apologize.
No problem. Would you like to try reconnecting? And I can, why don't you try reconnecting and coming right back? Can you hear me with that?
Oh, lost you here.
All right. I'm going to, here we
try.
Go. We are
yeah, there we go.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go. Okay, perfect.
Thanks, Ben.
I was just saying, Alvin, I'm kind of giddy. I'm kind of giddy after seeing that video. You know, Daryl did a great job showing us everything. But why I'm giddy is I feel like Certified Radio is leading the way in many ways. And with such a long history, right? I mean, it's 1948. I mentioned it at the top of the show. The first question I want to ask you while I have you on is, you know, how did you get involved, first of all? And tell us a little bit about this journey of how Certified got to where it is today.
All right. Well, I started my career as an installer back in the 80s, mid-80s, I guess. And, you know, over the years, I worked hard, managed some shops, moved around the industry a little bit, started working with B&B and the Certified Group back in the mid-90s, buying product from them. And Ben Sr. himself, he was always very good to me. And at the end of the day, we made a connection back in, I think, about 99, and I started managing one of the stores and just started working my way up, became an owner believe it was about 2004. Over the years, the old partners have retired, and Dave, Barry, and myself run the whole company now, and we're having a good time. But it basically all came down from installations. That's where I started my career.
That is an awesome story to know. I'm learning right now that you actually started as an installer, you know,
Yeah.
sleeve rolled up, greased, electric tape, solder, the whole nine. That's amazing.
Yeah.
No doubt in Alberta specifically, in Western Canada for that matter, you know, 12 volt is pretty competitive, right?
Yeah, it is.
What would you say, or what categories or services would you say Certified specializes in the best to stay ahead of the game?
You know what? The lighting market has been very new to us, and it's growing hard. We listen to our customers' needs. We actually even create customer needs, and what I mean by that is we we educate them on audio and high-end audio. We let them listen. We show our passion, and if we see market trends that are happening, we'll try and capitalize on that. We get involved in our community. We get involved in shows and charity events and just make our name known out there. And our customers have been extremely loyal to us. We have multi-generations of customers that, I mean, I've had customers that I've been dealing with these people for years. Their children are coming to see us now. For us, that's just super exciting. And I guess as far as trends go, customer service, it's everything is about that.
Customer service is a true mark of a great business, especially in the long term. And obviously, the rich history that Certified has is a testament to that. I'm confident. Okay, we got a whirlwind of products that we just went through.
Yeah.
But what would you say of all the brands that you have? You know, what are your statement brands, or the brands that you're most proud to offer?
Oh, wow. I would go right to Focal right out of the gate. I mean, I've been in this business almost 35 years, and I've seen some incredible brands, been involved with them, almost every major brand out there. And Focal for me has been the pinnacle of my career. It is just a sonically excellent product. It's fabulous. I don't even know where to start with that, Ben. It is such a killer line. The customers love it. Our staff love it. Working with our partners at Focal, they're super supportive. There's margin in the product. There's reliability. It's absolutely crazy. And then you combine that with some of the other product lines. Sound Digital, which is a new acquisition for us, proven to be outstanding product. Our Brigade on our collision avoidance side, we also work close with Brigade Electronics. And that's another segment of our business we could talk about if you like, that has blossomed into something huge and taken our company into a different direction and allow us the resources and to expand our company.
I think you're touching on a really great point, and I want to get into that. I mean, specific to the, well, we'll call it the Edmonton market, because that's obviously where you're located. Is that an emerging trend? Like you're touching a lot on lighting and collision and that type of stuff. Like which brands? What is the emerging trends in your area right now? That's what
for the collision avoidance side, we're covering Western Canada in a big way. We're out doing heavy duty commercial and industrial equipment on pipeline projects, mining, cities. Townships, municipalities, local fire departments, it goes on, and that collision avoidance and safety is a big part of it. Communication, like right down to cell phone boosters, two-way radios, those kind of things as well are super important. GPS tracking. We just try and create needs, and if we see a need, we don't say no to anything. We'll investigate. And if it's a viable solution, we'll look at it. If it doesn't look like it's going to be a big moneymaker for us, we'll still go for it because we plan on the spinoff from it. So once we have these customers, if they have a specific need over here, we'll look at the big picture. We'll help them out with that need. We see that as an investment in our future. And then we also, at the end of the day, it's a bump into other products, right? It's pretty cool.
You know, we've got a lot of shops all over the country who watch us. And if I would to peel a little bit of advice from you, I'd like to ask you, you're talking about pretty niche, emerging new markets. What advice do you have for maybe other shops to engage these customers, which are, they're not your walk up to the counter customer?
Oh, good question, Ben. I mean, first thing, don't say no. If somebody calls looking for something, take their information. You don't have to give them an answer on the spot. If it's something that they need, it might be a one-off. It's worth exploring. Everything's worth exploring. When you start getting multiple requests for certain categories, yeah, definitely go after it, because the spinoff can be absolutely massive, and that has been the true success for us.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
If I go back quickly, I circle back to something in the training, not the training room, but the video that I noticed. That training room looks pretty serious. How, it seems to me that training is something that you take as a high priority. Am I right to assume that?
You have to. Then that's like you talk about trends, and I guess we could spin back to that. The trend has to be training. This is an online world now, and if you can't educate them and talk educated yourself, you're going to fail for sure. So our staff has to know what they're talking about, and be honest with your customers, work with your suppliers to make sure that they're keeping you guys in the latest whatever is going on in the industry, right?
Absolutely. You've been a fantastic guest. Congratulations once again on your successes and that amazing story you have in Certified Radio. I want one last question out of you, Alvin,
sure,
if that's okay. Let's look towards the future. What changes or upgrades has your team now put in place that maybe we didn't quite see visually that will help embrace 2020 and beyond?
It's going to come down to training as well. I mean, training and the customer service. The experience for the customer has to be top notch. If something happens, a negative experience for a customer, you deal with it. Deal with it honestly, no matter what it is, and fix it. Take those very, very seriously, customer complaints or issues. But you also take the compliments from a customer, the good experiences, and make a big deal of that. Make sure your staff is rewarded and confident in what they're saying, what they're doing, and they understand the end customer experience. Our staff is, I'd like to touch on that real quick, if you don't mind, Ben. Our staff is incredible. We've stacked ourselves with some extremely talented individuals that we have hundreds of years of experience with the people we have right now, and I think we're in a really, really strong position to move our company forward, and we would love to help other companies. I believe in being friends with our competitors. It's if so and so needs a kit, a harness, help them, because you know what, you may be in a pinch one day, they need the help, right? Just help everybody. There's no reason we can't all be friends and competitors at the same time.
Words and wisdom from Alvin Dixon, owner of Certified Radio. Alvin, I can't thank you enough for joining us on this lunch hour. Wish you the best of success, and thank you for taking the time.
Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another CMA Connected in the book, something that we hope will be a trend, and we keep on pushing forward to showcase more Canadian shops as we move forward. Guys, it's not over. We got some big stuff coming up. Make sure you log in this weekend. There's Knowledge Fest live going on. I'll be hosting a cool podcast where we're welcoming a couple of the finalists for the Retailer of the Year award. That goes down on Saturday at 2 p.m. And don't forget to miss out on Sunday. Sunday, we're going to find out all the winners of all those great categories, including Installer of the Year and Dealer of the Year. On that note, there's obviously Certified Radio, big on FOCAL. FOCAL will be on our next CMA Live, coming to you next Wednesday, December 16th, where we're talking about the audiophiles, along with other great brands such as Morel and Audio Frog and Moscone, and so on and so forth. Check it out. Make sure you get to our website, CanadianMobileAudio.com. If you're following on our Facebook, give us a like and share this video. Hey, that's it for today. Thanks for joining us on this segment of CMA Connected. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.